am so
Saw that
sorry.
little check mark and I didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, gee,
On none of my reminders, let me know.
I know, I
Man.
know.
This is a
And
good one
Joanne's
too.
2 minutes late. It's just
My bad,
messes
that's
the
it,
whole
that's
thing up.
My alarm for every Wednesday morning.
Oh, darn, I'm sorry. Well, I will make a point of recording the exercise though. So, Bill, actually, let me see, maybe I can, no, that wasn't what I meant to do. Yeah, I can do this.
Yep.
So, actually, but I need to go back a little further, don't I? So, in answer to your question, the first movement, you're bending forward,
Yes,
straightening it, and I'm not locking the knee.
right.
And then you're going to circle that knee out and around back to straight ahead, and then pop up. And here I am locking my knee,
Okay.
but I release it right away. So did that answer your question, Bill?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm really sorry I didn't start the recording sooner. Well, I will do that. So when you come back to the recording, I may spend a little time with Adam and Joanne before I do it, but I will do it. So
Thank you.
when you look at the recording, you may have to go to the end of it. So any other questions or thoughts at the moment? Okay, thank you.
Oh, good class.
you.
Yeah,
Thanks, David.
lots here.
Good. Well, I will look forward to seeing you next week.
Yes.
Indeed. Thank you.
Have a good week, everyone.
Yeah, have a good week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
So, what's happening in your woo style world?
Mm.
Not much this week, David. I'll
Okay.
admit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I do tend to do more practice with gods, clearly. But I've had some interesting challenges of going slow this week. And I went fast at one point on Saturday and I actually fell on my left knee.
Oh,
And it was like I was moving too fast. I was in the house. But I'd overwatered a big plant and it was dripping all over the place and I ran to get a towel. Ugh.
oh,
But it was an interesting lesson having been reading Master Joe and having been trying to practice slowly. It's like, the universe is trying to tell me something here, really.
maybe.
The only times I've ever fallen on my knee, I was just going too fast. So that's a mindfulness practice there. But I did try. I put a lot of arnica and a lot of cold on that knee. But I did try to really, really slow down the first paragraph, and it is kind of excruciating at times because I'm like, no, okay, let's go. Maybe I can get into the second paragraph.
Yeah.
So that's good for me, but it's it's a little excruciating. And I keep reading Master Joe. I find it very helpful. I've gone back over things and
Yeah, he's,
that chapter in particular, yeah.
yeah, he's, I am surprised again at what a good book this
Yeah.
is. Because it really, I realized it, I think it's been probably maybe 4 years since I've really sat down and really looked at it again. And so I've been reading it again in depth, and it's he's an amazing guy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
It's funny,
Really gifted.
I've been, I don't know why, but I have had a lot of memories of the last Zhangsheng Feng Festival, because when I got there on Friday and pitched my tent, I was camping, and I started walking down to see what was going on, and Master Joe was walking up the hill, and he was so glad to see me, and he gave me a hug, which he had never done before. And it just really touched me at that moment. But as I've looked back on it, because it was only a few months later that he was killed. And so that was, he was a wonderful guy. Anyway.
David, what year did he die?
98.
Okay.
And I had, hadn't spent all that much time with him, but what time I spent studying with him was very powerful.
Yeah, clearly.
He was a fire teacher. He was not a water teacher like Bruce. And so it was a very different experience, but a very good one for me. And that was what I needed, I think, at that point.
At that point.
Yeah. Which is kind of a good reminder that much as we may like one way of working, it doesn't mean that another may not be good for us.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't know. I don't have anything else to suggest to you at the moment. I think that working slowly is really important. Maybe next week we could take some time and let me see what you're doing as you go slowly.
Okay.
But let's give your knee some time to rest.
I know. Well, I'll work on this exercise this week. Maybe that will help. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting for me. I'm sure it strengthens because you're doing, movement that has to be strengthening. But it loosened up some of the constriction that I seem to have been left with from my knee replacement.
Interesting.
Which was interesting.
Right. Right. Good.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so go re-record. I'm gonna, I don't know if this would be helpful, but I think it can set my iPhone to ring at 9:03 every Wednesday morning. And I will write on it instead of for Tai Chi for recording or something. It's kind of like, you're right. Like you have a sign there, but you just, it blends into the wall at some point,
I have a sign, it's right in front of
I
me.
know you keep telling us that. And I
Yeah.
think I've seen it there before, but that doesn't help any because it's just like yeah. Yeah, this is a great class. I was really looking forward to the recording, but oh well. But you know, a lot of it, yeah, you have the handout and if you can do that knee exercise for us, that will be helpful.
I will do that. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
all
Thank
right,
you,
thank you very
dude.
much. Thank you. Have a good
Continue
week.
to win.
Bye-bye.
Adam, hang in there.
I will.
You're sounding a little down.
So, just a lot going on at the hospital, but that's okay.
Well,
Get through it.
good.
Yeah. All right, David, take care.
You too, buddy.
Bye.
Now, I'm going to try to redo this knee exercise for everyone. And, I'll do it first with my back to the camera. I think that's good. I'm gonna tilt that a little bit further. There. Yeah, there we go. So let me repeat that this should only be done in this way, in one way. There is no room for doing any variation. This is not how we approach most of our movement, obviously. But in this particular case, it is important that you do not do it any other way. If you're not sure, write or call me and let me clarify for you. If it is causing any kind of discomfort in your knee, don't do it, but only do it in the way that I'm going to show you. So you want to do it supported by a chair or a table. And you would stand on one leg and put the other ankle behind your knee. And then you're going to bend down, which is stretching it down, and then straighten the leg. You're not, however, locking the leg. And then you're going to rotate the knee out and down to center front, straight ahead, and then pop it up. So you stretch it down, stretch it up, circle it out and forward, and pop up. Okay. Let me turn it and do it sideways, because that I think was perhaps helpful. And I'll do it forward in a moment. So you want to stretch down, so you're bending the knee, straightening the knee, circling it to the outside and down, forward, and pop up. So I'm going to turn and face you, give you all the views. So you put your other ankle behind the knee, you bend straight down, keep the knee aligned, straight up, then circle it out to the side and forward. And it doesn't matter how big that is. You do whatever you're comfortable doing there, and then pop it up. So you go right up and then release, let it go. And that's how you do it. It can be really helpful as long as you do it correctly. And let me repeat that you should only do 5 times on each leg, once every 24 hours. So don't think, oh, if I do it a little more, it'll be better, because won't necessarily. You can read this in the notes. But you do it, and you don't, excuse me, don't have to do it 5 times. But that's the maximum you do on each leg, once a day. So my apologies for forgetting to record the rest of the lesson, but I hope this helps. Thanks.